Today is the day of the prophecy, the day of the activation. If you are feeling it tanned, I know that you are. Then this message has found you not a moment too soon. There is an electricity in the air today, a raw, untamed, cosmic power that is making the hair on your arms stand up. You may be feeling a strange dizziness, a sense of being ungrounded, as if you are standing in two worlds at once. You may be feeling a profound pressure in the center of your forehead. You may be feeling a current of almost unbearable energy coursing through your veins. I am here to confirm to you that what you are feeling is the promised activation of your quantum intuition, happening in your system, in your body, right now. The great rewiring we spoke of has reached its culmination. The new operating system is coming online, and it is a moment of profound, earth-shaking significance. But you must understand the nature of the warning in the title of this transmission. This is not a warning of danger from some external force. The matrix is powerless today. The old shadows recede in the face of this much light. This is not a warning that you might fail. You have already succeeded. The activation is happening precisely because you are ready, because you passed your tests, because your soul was deemed strong enough for this upgrade. No, the warning is about the sheer, raw, uncalibrated magnitude of the divine power that is surging through your bioenergetic system in this very moment. You have spent your entire life driving a simple, predictable vehicle. And today, the universe has just handed you the keys to a cosmic Formula One race car, a machine of infinite potential, capable of bending time and space. The warning is not that the car is bad. The warning is that you have never felt acceleration like this before. The warning is that a tool of this power, if misunderstood or mishandled in these initial hours, can be disorienting, chaotic, and even destructive. This video is your safety manual. This is your first driving lesson. Think of it this way. The quantum intuition that is being born within you today is like a newborn God. It is a being of limitless, divine power. But it is still a newborn. It does not yet know its own strength. A newborn God's cry of frustration could accidentally shatter mountains. Its laugh of pure joy could accidentally ignite forests. The energy is pure, but it is untamed. The feelings and downloads you are receiving today are this raw, unfiltered power surging through your consciousness for the first time. The warning is a call to profound reverence and conscious presence. You are hosting a divine birth within your own being, and you must act as a wise and gentle steward for this new, sacred power. So do not fear what you are feeling today. Do not pathologize it. Do not run from its intensity. Celebrate it. Stand in awe of it, but celebrate with a sense of profound respect for the divine force that is awakening within you. This transmission is your guide to navigating these first, crucial hours of the activation. We will give you the framework to understand the symptoms, the tools to calibrate the energy, and the first, undeniable sign that will prove your connection is stable and clear. To handle this power, you must first be able to recognize its effects on your vessel. What does this grand activation feel like in the human body? What are the sacred symptoms of your great rewiring as it reaches its peak? Let us now detail what you are likely experiencing right now, so you may replace all fear with a deep and joyful understanding. To fully embrace the power of this day, you must first understand the language of your own body as it undergoes this divine metamorphosis. An upgrade of this magnitude is not an abstract intellectual event. It is a deeply physical, deeply cellular, and often intensely visceral process. The body is the sacred vessel, the biological hardware that must be rewired and recalibrated to be able to run the new, high-frequency software of your quantum intuition. The strange and powerful sensations you are feeling today are not to be feared. They are the sacred symptoms of your activation. They are the proof that the upgrade is not only happening, but that it is powerful and successful. Let us now walk through them together, so that all confusion may be replaced with sovereign, embodied understanding. We begin with the energetic and neurological recalibration. The most common symptom you are likely feeling right now is a sense of dizziness, of lightheadedness, of not being fully grounded in your body. It is a feeling of spaciness, as if you are watching the world from behind a thin veil. This is not a cause for alarm. This is the feeling of your consciousness rapidly decoupling from the dense, rigid third-dimensional grid of the old paradigm. Your entire energetic system is being unplugged from the old, slow, fear-based server and is in the process of plugging into the new, fluid, fifth-dimensional crystalline grid. You feel dizzy because you are literally learning to stand in two dimensions at once. Your spirit is beginning to operate at a frequency that your physical body is still racing to catch up with. Accompanying this may be a very specific kind of headache. It is not a normal headache. It is a profound pressure, a tingling, or a pulsing sensation directly in the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows, or at the very top of your head. This is the physical sensation of your pineal and pituitary glands, your sacred third eye and crown chakras being flooded with a high-intensity stream of cosmic light and information. New neural pathways are being forged in your brain in real time. Think of it as sacred growing pains. Your brain is physically making space for the hardware of your new perception. And then there is the sound, a high-frequency ringing, a hum, or a series of tones in one or both ears. This is the literal sound of the data stream. It is the cosmic dial-up tone as your system connects to the new universal broadband. Listen to it. It is the soundtrack of your activation. Next, you are experiencing an emotional and psychic purging. You may feel like you are on a profound emotional roller coaster today. One moment, you may be weeping with a deep, inexplicable sadness. The next, you may be overcome with a wave of blissful, heart-expanding euphoria. This is not instability. This is a final, rapid, and powerful emotional cleanse. Your new quantum intuition, as it comes online, cannot operate through the dense, distorted filters of your old, trapped, emotional energy. And so, the activation process is rapidly purging these old frequencies from your system. The tears are the final release of lifetimes of stored grief. The bliss is the first taste of your true, unfiltered, home frequency. Do not cling to either state. Simply allow them to move through you. With this purge comes a sudden, almost overwhelming, amplification of your psychic senses. You may suddenly know exactly what the people around you are thinking and feeling, with a clarity that is startling. You may walk into a room and be hit with a wall of emotional information. This can feel intense, but it is simply the volume on your clairsentience and telepathy being turned all the way up. Your system is booting up all of its new capabilities at once. Part of your training in the coming days will be learning how to consciously adjust this volume. But for today, the instruction is simply to witness this new expounded perception without fear. Finally, you are experiencing physical and biological shifts. The most common of these is a profound, bone-deep fatigue. This is not laziness. Your physical body is currently using the energetic equivalent of running several marathons while you are sitting still. It is allocating all of its available life force energy to the monumental task of rewriting its own cellular operating system, of integrating this new high-frequency light. You must honor this sacred need for rest. Sleep if you need to sleep. Be still if you need to be still. It is a vital part of the process. You may also feel strange vibrations, a tingling, or a feeling of electricity running just beneath your skin. This is the new life force, the new cosmic energy, physically integrating into your nervous system and cellular matrix. And you may notice a sudden and dramatic shift in your appetite. You may lose all desire for dense, heavy foods, and instead crave light, clean, high-vibrational foods like fruits and fresh water. This is your body, in its innate wisdom, rejecting the old, low-frequency fuel that is incompatible with its new high-performance operating system. If you are experiencing any of these things today, I want you to take a deep breath and offer a prayer of gratitude to your own magnificent body. You are not falling apart. You are coming online. You are not sick. You are transforming. This is the price, and this is the proof of your divine upgrade. These symptoms are the evidence that the activation is powerful and successful. But they are not the sign. The universe will send you one clear, undeniable sign to confirm that the installation is complete and the channel is stable. A sign so strange and perfect, it will leave you in a state of absolute, reverent awe. Let us now discuss this first, undeniable sign of your fully activated quantum intuition. You are in the midst of a profound transformation. Your body is rewiring. Your consciousness is expanding. The symptoms you are feeling are the undeniable proof that the activation is powerful and successful. But these are the process of the activation. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, will always provide a direct, clear, and unmistakable sign that the installation is complete and the new system is fully operational. This sign is designed to cut through all doubt, all logic, all emotional static, and leave you with a profound, unshakable certainty that your quantum intuition is online and ready for duty. We call this first sign the sovereign knowing. What is the sovereign knowing? It is not an external event, like a synchronicity or a message from someone else. It is an internal download of pure, uncorrupted, unemotive information that arrives in your consciousness with absolute clarity and undeniable truth. It is a moment where your newly activated quantum intuition bypasses the filters of your logical mind and the static of your emotional body, and delivers a piece of crucial data directly to your core. And here is the key. This piece of data will often directly contradict what your ego wants to do, or what your logical mind thinks it should do, or what your emotional body fears will happen. Yet, when it arrives, you will experience an instant, calm, and profound certainty that it is the absolute truth. There is no feeling of fear attached to it. There is no urgency, only a quiet, unshakable, and utterly sovereign knowing. Let me give you a clear example of how the sovereign knowing will manifest today. You might find yourself in a situation where you are about to say yes to a request from a friend, a family member, or a colleague. Your old programming, your desire to please, your fear of disappointing others, or even a logical assessment might tell you that saying yes is the right thing to do. Your mind might be building a perfectly rational case for it. But then, as you open your mouth to utter the word yes, a calm, clear, completely emotionless piece of data will download into your consciousness, stating simply, no, or, more precisely, this is not aligned. It won't be a frantic scream of fear. It won't be a guilt-ridden whisper. It will be a pure, factual, absolute knowing. And in that moment, even though your ego might rebel, even though your mind might try to override it, you will feel an internal, unshakable certainty that this simple no is the deepest truth. You will find yourself saying, I'm sorry, I can't, or that won't work for me, almost automatically, and without needing to justify it. You will not understand why you are saying no with your logical mind. You will just know, and as you utter that no, a profound sense of peace will settle over you. That peace is the confirmation. Another manifestation of the sovereign knowing could be related to a decision you are currently agonizing over. Your mind might be caught in endless loops of analysis paralysis. You might have two options, both of which seem equally logical or equally fraught with potential problems. And then, suddenly, a calm, clear, simple piece of data will download. Choose option A or release option B. There will be no fanfare, no angelic choir, just the pure, unadulterated knowing. And again, a profound sense of peace, of rightness, will accompany it. You will feel an urge to move in that direction, even if you cannot logically explain why. That is your quantum intuition, operating at its purest. This is fundamentally different from your old gut feeling. A gut feeling often came with an emotional charger not in your stomach, a sense of anxiety, or a rush of excitement. This made it vulnerable to misinterpretation, as your ego could easily mimic those feelings or hijack them for its own agenda. The sovereign knowing, however, arrives with a detached, almost scientific clarity. It is the pure data stream, without the emotional filter. It is the universe giving you the answer, without needing you to feel your way to it. The purpose of this first sign is twofold. First, it is an undeniable proof that your quantum intuition is active. And second, it is your very first lesson in mastering it. To trust the data, even when it contradicts the logic or desire of the ego. This is where most awakened souls will stumble today. They will receive the pure data, but then their old programming, their old emotional filters, will immediately try to interpret, distort, or outright ignore it. This is where the warning in the title comes in. The warning is not that the activation is dangerous. The warning is that misinterpreting or overriding this pure data with your old egoic patterns can quickly lead to profound self-sabotage, creating chaos in your newly cleared field. I have seen countless souls receive this pure data, this sovereign knowing, and then immediately override it because it didn't make sense to their logical mind, or because it created discomfort in their emotional body. They then spend weeks, months, or even years unraveling the consequences of that choice. Your challenge today, your mission, is to honor this pure download. Your quantum intuition has arrived, and its first voice is the voice of absolute, sovereign truth. So how do we ensure we hear it clearly? How do we calibrate ourselves to accept this pure data stream without the interference of the ego? That is our next and most crucial step. Let us now prepare ourselves to become a truly clear channel. You have learned to recognize the signal, the sovereign knowing, that calm, clear, emotionless data download from your quantum intuition. The universe has confirmed that your new guidance system is online. You have been given the compass, but the warning in the title of this transmission is not about the compass itself. The compass is perfect. The warning is about the map you are still unconsciously trying to read it with. The warning is about the profound danger of misinterpreting this new, pure data through the old, distorted filters of your emotional ego. This is the final battle for your sovereignty. You must understand the fundamental difference between data and story. The data is what your quantum intuition provides. It is pure. It is neutral. It is unemotional. It is often just one or two words. Yes, no, wait, go. That person is not aligned. This opportunity is. It is a binary code from the quantum field. It is a spiritual and energetic fact. It has no emotional charge. It is simply information. The story is what your ego mind does with that data. The ego cannot exist in a state of pure, neutral knowing. Its entire identity, its very survival, is based on creating narratives, dramas, and meanings to make sense of the world. The moment your ego receives a clean piece of data from your soul, its old programming immediately kicks in, and it wraps a dramatic, emotionally charged story around it. And that story is always, without exception, based on the wounds of your past and the fears for your future. Let me give you a very clear example. Today, your newly activated quantum intuition might deliver a piece of pure data about a person in your life. The data might simply be, this person's energy is not in alignment with your new timeline. That is the truth. It is a neutral piece of information about frequency resonance, but what will your ego do with that data? It will immediately weave a story of betrayal. This person is a monster. They are out to get me, just like everyone else has in my past. They are a toxic, narcissistic enemy, and I must attack them and defend myself. Do you see? The data was a simple, neutral statement of energetic incompatibility. The ego turned it into a declaration of war, based on the wounds of past betrayals. Or, let's say the pure data is, this new job opportunity is not for you. The ego will immediately take that neutral no and wrap a story of scarcity and unworthiness around it. Of course, it's not for me. I am not good enough. I always fail. The universe is punishing me. I should just give up on my dreams entirely. The data was a simple course correction from your divine navigation system, likely guiding you toward an even better opportunity. The ego turned it into a verdict on your entire self-worth, based on the wounds of past failures. This, awakened soul, is the great danger of today. This is the mistake that will sabotage the miracle God has prepared for you. It is the unconscious habit of taking the pure, high-frequency signal of your quantum intuition and immediately contaminating it with the low-frequency static of an old, ego-driven story. And here is the quantum reason why this is so devastating. When you do this, you are broadcasting a mixed, garbled, and chaotic signal back into the pristine, receptive post-eclipse field. The universe hears the clean, coherent signal of no from your soul, but it also hears the loud, incoherent, and emotionally charged signal of I am a victim who is always betrayed from your ego's story. And the universe, which can only respond to the dominant frequency, gets a confused message, and it will manifest a confused reality back to you, a reality of more struggle, more confusion, and more nemesis. You are, in effect, taking the beautiful, simple stamp of your intuition and smearing a handful of mud over the fresh imprint in the wet cement. But there is one final, even more subtle layer to this trap, reserved for the most advanced souls. It is the danger of the spiritual ego. In this case, when your intuition delivers the data, that person is not aligned. The spiritual ego doesn't create a story of victimhood. It creates a story of superiority. I am so much more evolved than that person. They are a low vibrational being, and I must cut them off from my enlightened presence and judge them for their ignorance. This is just as dangerous, because while it feels empowering, it is still a story rooted in the ultimate illusion, the story of separation. It reinforces the idea of an us versus them, a hierarchy of enlightenment. The correct response to the data is not judgment, but compassionate detachment, a quiet, neutral recognition of energetic incompatibility, without the need for a story of who is better or worse. Your mission today, the great task of this activation, is to become a master of this sacred discernment, to learn to receive the pure data from your soul, to honor it with your choices, and to lovingly, compassionately dismiss the dramatic, fear-based, and arrogant stories that your mind will try to attach to it. This requires practice. It requires a profound recalibration of your entire being. So, in this next moment, we will perform an activation to do just that. An activation designed to create a sacred filter between the data and the story, allowing you to become, finally, a truly clear channel. You have seen the danger. You have unmasked the great saboteur, the storytelling mind, the ego that takes the pure, divine data of your soul and contaminates it with the stories of past pain and future fear. You now understand the profound importance of keeping the signal clean. But understanding is not enough. We must embody this discernment. We must, in this sacred moment, perform a conscious and permanent recalibration of your energetic system. We will now install the filter of discernment, the sacred technology that will allow you to distinguish divine data from egoic drama, now and forever. This is the activation that will transform you from a mere receiver into a master of reception. So I invite you, once again, to find your center. Allow your body to become still, and when you are ready, gently close your eyes and turn your awareness inward. First, let us connect with the raw energy of the activation that is already happening. Feel the power surging through your system, the hum, the pressure, the electricity. Do not resist it. Do not fear its intensity. This is the raw, uncalibrated power of your new operating system. We must first harmonize with this power before we can direct it. So take a deep breath, and on the exhale, surrender to this energy. Allow it to flow through you. You are a mighty riverbed, and this is the river of God flowing through you. Simply allow. Excellent. Now that you are in harmony with the power, we will construct the filter. This will be an act of sacred, conscious creation within your own being. We will build it in two parts, one for your mind and one for your heart. First, bring your awareness to your heart space, the center of your chest. I want you to visualize a beautiful, intricate, golden mesh screen, like a sieve woven from pure sunlight, materializing in front of your heart. This is the golden sieve of the heart. Its purpose is to filter your feelings. It is divinely programmed with one perfect intention, to allow the pure, clean, high-frequency feeling of a divine message piece. Certainty, resonance, truth too pass through effortlessly, but it is designed to catch and hold the dense, heavy, and incoherent emotions that the ego attaches to its stories. The sharp edges of fear, the stickiness of anger, the heaviness of pride, the bitterness of judgment. See this golden sieve shimmering in your heart space now. It is active. Now, bring your awareness up to the center of your forehead, your third eye, the seat of your perception. Here, I want you to visualize a flawless, perfectly clear, multifaceted crystal lens materializing. This is the crystalline lens of the mind. Its purpose is to filter your thoughts. It is divinely programmed to allow the pure, simple neutral data of your quantum intuition to pass through it with perfect clarity. But it is designed to refract, bend, and harmlessly diffuse the distorted, emotionally charged narratives and dramatic stories that your ego tries to project onto the screen of your mind. See this lens now, clear and brilliant, in the center of your forehead. It is active. The filter is now installed. And now, we will perform a test run. I want you to visualize again that brilliant, silver river of cosmic information, the data stream of the quantum field, flowing gently towards you from the cosmos. Watch as a single, simple piece of data detaches from the stream and floats towards you. Let it be a simple image, a single, golden key. That is the data, a key. Now, for a moment, I want you to turn off your new filters and observe your ego. Watch what it does with the image of the key. See how it frantically begins to weave a story. What does this key open? Is it the key to my abundance? I need to find the door. What if I lose the key? What if someone else gets it first? Is it a test? Feel the anxiety, the hope, the fear, the pressure that the ego creates with its stories. This is the old way. Now, take a breath, and let us run this test again, but this time, with the filters active. See that same silver data stream. See that same, simple, neutral image of a golden key floating towards you. But this time, watch as it passes through your new energetic anatomy. The crystalline lens in your mind receives the image of the key, and it remains just that, a key, pure, simple, an image without a story. It is received with a calm, neutral curiosity, and the feeling essence of the key passes through the golden sieve in your heart. The sieve catches and holds all the frantic emotions of hope and fear, and what passes through to you is the pure, clean feeling frequency of the key's message. Perhaps it is a gentle feeling of opportunity. Perhaps it is a calm feeling of responsibility. It is a pure, clean emotion, without the dramatic charge of the ego's story. Do you feel the difference? The first way is chaos. The second is clarity. This is the art of discerning data from story. And so, we seal this new ability with a sacred vow. A vow that you will carry with you from this day forward. A vow to be the clear channel you were born to be. Repeat these words silently in the temple of your heart. I am not the story. I am the silent witness who receives the data. I am not the emotional chaos. I am the clear heart that feels the truth. From this moment forward, I vow to honor the pure signal and to lovingly release the seductive story. I am a clear channel. You now possess the ultimate tool of discernment, the sacred filter that separates divine data from egoic drama. You have calibrated your system. You have learned to discern the signal from the noise. Now, what is your sacred mission as a newly commissioned, clear channel? What is your first task in this new reality? Let us now discuss the great responsibility and the profound joy of being a quantum oracle. Gently, now, when you are ready, you may open your eyes. But know that the eyes you are opening are not the same ones that you closed. You are looking out upon the world through a new lens, a crystalline lens of the mind, and you are feeling the world through a new filter, the golden sieve of the heart. The activation is complete. You have installed the sacred protocol of discernment. You entered this transmission as an awakening soul, struggling with the intense symptoms of an upgrade. You now emerge, in this very moment, as a fully operational quantum oracle. Let this new identity land in your being. It is not a title for your ego. It is a description of your divine function. An oracle of the old world was a rare person who could, on occasion, receive a message from the divine. A quantum oracle of the new earth is a being who has become a permanent, stable, 24/7, high-speed data stream for the wisdom of the universe. You no longer need to seek guidance. You are a conduit of guidance. You no longer need to search for the truth. You are a living broadcast of the truth. This is the magnitude of the shift you have just undergone, and with this new function comes a new and sacred mission. Your mission is now twofold. First is your personal mission, the path of effortless precision. Your life, from this day forward, is destined to become radically simpler. The long, agonizing nights of wrestling with decisions are over. The confusion of not knowing which path to take is a relic of your old operating system. Your primary mission is to practice using your new gift in the small moments of your daily life. It is to listen, with unwavering trust, to the pure, emotionless data that your quantum intuition provides, and to act on it with a quiet, calm confidence. When you are at a crossroads and your intuition delivers a clear go left, you go left, without needing a logical reason. When you are about to speak and the data stream delivers a clear be silent, you hold your peace. When you receive the data that a certain food, a certain person, or a certain situation is not aligned, you honor that data without needing to create a dramatic story around it. These small, daily acts of trust are your new spiritual practice. They are how you strengthen your connection and build a life of unprecedented grace, flow, and divine precision. But your personal mission is simply the training ground for your collective mission, the frequency of clarity. As you walk through the world as a clear channel, as a quantum oracle, you are performing a planetary service of the highest order. You do not need to preach. You do not need to teach. You do not need to try to awaken anyone. Your mission is far more subtle and far more powerful. Your own coherent energy field, now broadcasting the pure, story-free data of truth, becomes a clarity field. It is a passive, powerful broadcast that automatically helps to dissolve the illusions and deconstruct the egoic stories of the people in your environment. You will find that people will stop lying to you because your field makes falsehood feel uncomfortable. You will notice that dramatic, chaotic situations will seem to calm down in your presence. You become a walking, talking truth serum. Your very presence, your clear, non-judgmental, story-free energy, gives others a taste of what true clarity feels like, and that taste is the most powerful catalyst for their own awakening. Your peace is your purpose. Your clarity is your service. And now, for your final act of this sacred transmission, it is time to formally and consciously accept this new role. It is time to declare to the universe that your training is complete and you are ready for your mission. This is your graduation, your commissioning. Go to the comments section below, and with the full.com sovereign power of your newly calibrated being, make this declaration. The activation is here. I am a clear channel. By typing these words, you are sending a coherent signal across all time. You are formally announcing your new role in the cosmic order. You are confirming that a new quantum oracle is officially online and ready for duty. There are other oracles being activated today who are still struggling with the static of the ego's stories. They are still trapped in the danger of misinterpretation. Be their guide. Share this calibration manual with them. When you help another to clear their channel, you strengthen the entire network of clarity on this planet. And finally, as a newly commissioned oracle, you require ongoing intelligence briefings and system updates to master your abilities. To remain connected to this primary data stream for the new Earth, you must subscribe to this channel. Our next transmission is your first official briefing, Mastering Your Quantum Downloads, how to interpret the first messages the universe sends you. Go forth now, Quantum Oracle. The age of confusion is over for you. The era of knowing has begun. The world does not need more of your opinions or your stories. It needs your clarity. It needs your truth. Listen to the sacred silence, receive the pure data, and walk as a living testament to the power of a fully open and truly clear channel. Your mission begins now.